problems keep piling up, and it can feel overwhelming. But this is the time to seek out and step up as members of our community. Last week, I took part in a City of Boston trash cleanup at Franklin Park, and I caught up with Alex, an activist who is taking action to address the problems he sees every day.
Just trying to showcase how our addictions make our places dirtier. Look at all these bottle caps. Where do you think all the bottles went? All these cigarette butts. Why can't people clean up after themselves?
But Alex says the cleanups are merely treating the symptoms of a larger problem. How to hold our local leaders to account is a question that needs to be answered. It is hard to say Boston is a progressive city, setting an example for others, when we can't manage to clean up our own trash.
There's the before.
Those 2 bottles still there.
That's true.
Broken glass still there.
Or be responsive when our residents bring up important issues. Alex has his own way of putting these issues front and center, clearing a path for those who may be unsure of how to take that first step.
This is what it looks like when it's all accumulated. Broken car parts.
While he may be a thorn in the side of City Hall, Alex is a welcome presence at these events. Most city officials are just happy for the help.
So this is our annual One Boston Day cleanup. We've done this for about, I want to say 4 years. This is probably our 4th year now. We've always done it here in Franklin Park. It's one of our largest parks in the city, right in the heart of the city, and one of the most emblematic parks that we have in the city of Boston. So that's why we come here every year. The first year we started, I think we had about 40 volunteers, and every year we've been growing. Last year we had about 120, and I think this year we had probably around the same, 100 to 120. Obviously, the weather did not cooperate with us today. Last year was beautiful, but this is a good cleanup to just come together in community, take care of our community, get to know new folks, new neighbors. We have people coming from everywhere in the city. We had volunteers from East Boston, from Mattapan, from Dorchester, and Roxbury, Jamaica Plain. So it's just a good day to be out in community and honor the resilience of our city and how we come together as one.
Yeah, totally. That's awesome. What do you feel like is this is something I asked Alex as well. What is the thing that you, as far as trash items, what do you see that you like, or what do you least like what's your least favorite thing to see when you see the trash items?
Definitely nips. Definitely anything that glass. So bottles of beer, cans, etc. We saw a few of those, so those are the ones that I usually tend to go grab first because they get damaged and people can get hurt. So it's a park, so we want to make sure that we are keeping our families and residents safe.
Cool. So do you do cleanups at any other parks in the area?
Yeah. So we run a program that's called Community-Led Cleanups. Aside from Love Your Block, we'll start with the community-led cleanups. So the office oversees multiple cleanups throughout the year. So if you're a resident and you want to get involved and you want to do a cleanup with your friends, you can just reach out to us at Boston Civic Org, at boston.gov, and we can hook you up with some tools, with bags, everything that you need to be able to have a safe and joyous cleanup. And we also do the trash management, so people just have to show up. We do that, we offer that all year round, and then we also have Love Your Block as a program, which is a massive beautification program that takes place in April and May. And this year we have 180 sites already confirmed with more than 3,000 volunteers.
What was the craziest thing that you found today?
Top 3, 25-pound weight, useful, 10-pound weight, very useful, and a giant can of soy sauce, empty, unfortunately.
That's tough. So wait, what's your name?
Mateo Rull Garza. I'm a SPAR council member representing the neighborhood of Dorchester in Boston.
Nice. I actually live in Dorchester over on Fenton Street.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Over in Ashmont.
Cool. So what is the sort of main function of Spark Boston?
Well, we are a hub of Gen Z and millennials who want to become more engaged. A lot of us, like myself, are new to Boston. I've been here for about a year or so. Some of us have been here our whole lives, but the purpose is to get to know our city, get to know our neighborhoods, and understand how we can make our neighborhoods and the city as a whole better, whether it be to civic engagement, volunteering like this, or just putting forth ideas and policies for the city to adopt to make Boston a better place for younger people.
Nice. If there's like any one specific change that you would want to see in like how the city is run, or anything regarding that, what would it be?
I think we need to empower young people. I think we need to give them opportunities to become engaged. I think the Spark Council is an excellent, start to it, but we have to be very strategic in giving young people authority in the city. How can we make them the decision makers? How can we give them a seat at the table? Not only, in brief consultations or in brief activities or in brief programs, but how can we long-term engage young people throughout Boston so they can shape their own future?
Cool.
Star Boston plans to attend more cleanups and become more active in the community, defining our mission through these experiences. Because showing up and speaking up is a good first step.
Excited to see how many people showed up today, but a little disappointed by the fact that this is still work that needs to be done.
And so how long have you been doing this kind of work?
Officially, it's been a year since I really started doing it publicly and trying to get the city to act on policy. But, I've been doing this kind of work since I was a kid. We've always done volunteer days with schools. And even when I was at this private white institution, I was challenging the systems that were around me. And even further beyond that, I would challenge my mother, who was kind of like my first oppressor.
Yeah, it's funny. How did you get into the, how did you get into the sort of community organizing effort? Because I see you know a lot of people with the Dudley Street and the city as well. So what were your first introductions to them?
So generally, when I came back after college, I wasn't really involved in much. I was still trying to sort out my platform, trying to understand what I wanted to do with my life, and I was applying to jobs. It was probably 2 years of applying to jobs where I finally got frustrated by the lack of action and the lack of opportunity. That's when I started being more public about the work that I was doing and challenging systems based on. And that's how it started growing, just by publicizing the efforts through social media. Friends would recommend me to go to certain organizations. A neighbor of mine, told me to go to DSNI because a friend of hers was one of the leaders there. And that's how I got involved with DSNI about a year ago now. And then the same thing with the city, just being a nuisance, showing up to city council hearings, being at City Hall for various reasons. That's how I got to know more people within the city structure. And then last summer, I started getting involved with the participatory budget process. I submitted an idea called the Boston Summer Games, and I hoped that it would make it all the way through, but the way that the committee structured the policy kind of took away the core of the idea. So that kind of frustrated me as well, but it did get me into contact with a lot of city people.
Nice. So what's the number one piece of trash that you are the most frustrated when you see it?
Nips, cigarette butts, plastic bottles. I know you said one, but pretty much everything, the symptoms of our addictions.
Fair. No, that's true. So if there was one policy change that you could make that would make the most difference in the city right now, I guess maybe specifically with this with this cleanup effort, or just anything that you would want to change, what would it be?
It's called Extended Producer Responsibility. I've been pushing for this pretty publicly. Basically, it holds companies accountable for their products after a consumer has bought them. Of course, the consumer and the individuals need to be held accountable. We're all adults here. Take care of your trash. But these companies depend on an economic model where waste is part of this life cycle. Cigarette butts, for example, that's the clearest example I could give. People throw those on the ground all the time, and that's just part of how that product is used. Cigarette companies need to be held accountable. Same thing goes for nips. All the vape cartridges that you see, liquor bottles you see everywhere here in Franklin Park, especially.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, I mean, it's probably tough just having to see the same areas get dirty over and over again. It's how do you stay sort of optimistic and positive about this stuff?
I don't really stay optimistic and positive, but my life hasn't really been about optimism and positivity. It's been about persisting even when you're told that you shouldn't. I think I'm kind of driven by spite and not wanting to let other people win. And I think that's a pretty big motivator for a lot of people.
Hey, that's fair, man. It is motivating you to do good things. I don't know who said it, but I think there's something as long as you're doing something that that benefits everyone or is good, then the motivations are.
Yeah.
I mean, they obviously matter, but it's the outcome is definitely positive.
I agree with that as well. I see a lot of debates about like the philosophy of doing a good act, and if it makes you feel good, it's not a good act. I disagree with that. I think if the outcome, the net positive, is that it's good, then the act is good, and I don't think that it's wrong to enjoy yourself or to like take pride in what you do.
And you're proud of what you do?
Yeah, I mean, I know where I came from. I know the challenges that I face, and I know the abilities that I have, the way that I present myself. I'm proud of who I am. I know what I'm capable of.
Oh, that's that's awesome.
Thank
And
you.
well, Star Boston believes in you too. All right, cool.
For Star Boston, I'm Cole Albert.